Katlego Bereng, whose body was used as a decoy in Thabo Bester's prison escape, has been remembered today as someone whose presence always lit up a room. Family and friends of Bereng have been gathering for memorial service in Bloemfontein. The 31-year-old's charred remains were placed in the cell where the convicted rapist was serving time at the Mangaung Correctional Centre. He was positively identified after DNA results matched his mother, Monica Madzia's DNA. All along, the body was thought to be that of Bester, who had already escaped from that facility for almost a year when all of this basically was eventually confirmed. Bester faked his death in a fire at that prison in May last year, and it was only when journalists from Ground Up, the news publication, began to ask questions that the truth came to light. Let's get you more on Bereng's memorial service now. Go live to our reporter, Linda Mnisi, who's in Bloemfontein. Linda, tell us more about the tributes paid today.
Well, it was a very short, service, about 3 hours really, with friends, family members, as well as supporters from the Bloemfontein Celtics coming here today to pay their last respects, remembering Katlego Bereng as someone who was lively, but most importantly, someone who was very active, not only in his family's life, in his children's life, but also in the community. We heard from a group, who spoke about how he was active in combating crime in the area that he lived in, but also how he was just a good member also when it came to the supporters of Bloemfontein Celtics. So they all came out today in song. One of the things that came out, Tembegile, from the people here was just how much he loved singing, and speaker after speaker also saying that he must be remembered as someone who loved music. So they came out to sing in their numbers, but also quite a few speakers talking about the circumstances around his passing and the accountability that they want. His aunt taking to the podium saying that the one question that they have is, where was his body kept? All along, for an entire year, his body was unaccounted for. They did not know where he was. So where was it kept? But the very same aunt, you'll remember, attended proceedings yesterday in court, and this is what she made of them.
I was in court. I was personally there. Kinekiruti kamora bakusua bohle. Bao ho belaelwang hore ke bona bang kgan le fota le fun la Katlego. Ha ke ba sheba ba nyoloha di steps, ba nyoloha ba tla ba fihla ba sheba moahludi. They were walking in confidence because they all had representatives. Ba ne ba blowa di kisses because ba ne ba tshepile ba emedi ba bona. Because you can imagine, rona re le leloko re bone masalla a Katlego, re a bone ka mahlo. Count your blessings, because you haven't seen that. You can only imagine. Una le potso sa tloing boko maka mantu seng. Una le potso ya hore na all along Katlego ne beilwe kae? O ne a beilwe kae? Re tseba morero hore o ne a beetswe eng. Re a tseba ho etsahetseng. O ne a le kae? Selemo ho phata ngop motho o sehloho. Motho o sehloho.
So that's Bobby Bereng Tembegile, who's been representing the family and has been appointed also the spokesperson of the family, echoing the sentiments of the entire family, who broke down continuously throughout the program as various speakers spoke so fondly of Katlego. I mean, you could have seen the emotional scenes that played out during the candlelight ceremony. Bloemfontein supporters also singing songs, saying, Nandipa, why oriente so? Bester, why oriente so? Which essentially means, Nandipa, why have you done this? Bester, why have you done this? Those are some of the questions that the fans of Bloemfontein Celtics had today. So the funeral service will be held this coming Sunday here in Bloemfontein. You go outside Katlego Bereng's home. What you see there is a tent, a white tent already erected, which shows you that the family is, at the last stages really of preparing to send him off.
Mnisi, our reporter live in Bloemfontein this afternoon.